I don't want to hear about no basketball because while this is also the WNBA season to shine, guess what starts tomorrow, you guys? I'm Noor, Zainab, Justin, Pooni right next to me, and we will be dissecting the FIBA World Cup, which kicks off tomorrow morning in the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia. You know who takes the cake, though, tomorrow morning? Who starts off with a bang, Justin?
Canada.
Team Canada. Team Canada.
Okay, we're on the same page. Okay, good.
Okay, I wasn't sure either. I'm glad they're on the same page.
Yeah.
But Team Canada, guys, faces off France in a blockbuster opening day at 9:30 a.m. Blockbuster opening day, not opening night. Opening day at 9:30 a.m. So make sure to be ready at your desk, at home, whatever you're doing. Watch this game because it's going to be a good one. Justin, Team Canada has been off the charts, just getting themselves ready for the FIBA World Cup. They've been 3-1. They have beaten the likes of Spain, blew out New Zealand, and then they won one of two against Germany. And even the one that they lost, they were leading. They were losing by double digits, and then in the fourth quarter made a big comeback. Unfortunately, lost that one. But to me, it showed perseverance. It showed determination. It showed talent. And if we can please look at the Team Canada roster, I mean, this is just star-studded.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
nothing like it.
You never thought that, I don't know, at least after growing up, that Canada would ever have 7 NBA players on their roster, and they do. And of course, they're highlighted by Gilgeous-Alexander, who was first team All-NBA last year, 31 points a game. You got Lou Dort, a great defender in the NBA. Dylan Brooks, say what you will, the guy's a pest out there, and he's gonna get in the opponent's head. And then you have Kyle Alexander, Kelly Olynyk, RJ Barrett, a guy who can average 20 points a game in the NBA, Dwight Powell, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And look, they're missing Jamal Murray still.
Yeah.
They don't have Andrew Wiggins, right? This isn't even Canada's best team, and yet here they are in a position where expectations are high.
And I think they might be the second team favored right now to win the World Cup. I mean, sorry, the FIBA World Cup, because you have obviously the USA coming out on top. But honestly, if I'm looking at the two rosters side by side, I love what Canada has going on. And I know this is also still a young team. They've got young players. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to and also just like working out your chemistry within that team to really make it work. But I like the look of this roster. And as much as I look at other teams around, I mean, you know, they're going to be facing off France tomorrow morning. France, obviously, they've got Rudy Gobert. They also have Nicolas Batum from the NBA, and Evan Fournier will be playing here as well. So they've got,
Evan Fournier has been banished from the court for a very long time since his time with the
Welcome back,
Knicks.
Evan Fournier. La France needs you. But they're going to be facing Canada. And as much as like this France team, I do got to say, I think I like Team Canada's odds here.
Yeah, I do. Look, they have the names on paper, but we have to realize that the FIBA game is different than the NBA game. It's much different. I mean, Luka, Giannis, the list goes on of guys who have said, you know, the FIBA game is much more difficult than the NBA game because there's, you know, it's more traditional basketball. It's not iso ball, and the rules are a bit different as well. But if Canada can live up to their talent, they can mesh well together. This team has to be at least in the final or the semifinal, right? They have to be. If they haven't made an Olympics since 2000, since Sydney when Steve Nash was playing.
They've got to at least.
It's now 2024 Olympics are next year. That's 24 years. If you think about the last 10 years and the influx of talent Canada has produced, it is time, Noor, for these guys to finally put it together and make a run at the Olympics.
I'm so excited. And I know you said we're missing Jamal Murray, but at the same time, if you're looking at the Denver Nuggets, like this is obviously the defending champions. But on top of that, guess who also is sitting out this year from Serbia? Nikola Jokic. He's not going to be playing either.
Giannis isn't playing.
I think to me it shows that this team that clearly won something is just trying to prioritize their season coming up, and that way I understand. But at the same time, still, like I like the fact that it's Shea. Like if you look at the entire roster for all the other teams too, the only one that I can think might give Shea a run for their money when it comes to top scorer will be Luka Doncic. But otherwise, I think Shea has a very good chance of being the top scorer of this tournament.
Look, when you look at the MVP odds, it's, you know, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, then Shea.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen the Team USA play some pre-tournament games. Look, Anthony Edwards looks on a different level right now. Yeah. It looks like he is the leader of that Team USA team. He's going to become, you know, that dominant two-way player that we think he can become. This USA team is not as star-studded and superstar-studded as we've seen before. This is not a dream team. This is not a redeem team. But what this is a young team with a whole bunch of young players coming together and trying to play for the country for the first time. And I think don't sleep on the fact that they could, the pressure of being from the United States and having to win every tournament, that could get to a young team, right? And who knows? I'm not saying Canada's going to win. What I'm saying is the USA could get got, right? Yeah. Because they are a young team. I don't expect it to happen, but it could happen. And look, if Canada plays their game and they buy into Jordi Fernandez's system, because before in Canada basketball, not everybody's bought in. It seems now that guys have bought in. If they can buy into this system and play their game, Noor, we could see this team, go on a nice run and really, really put Canada basketball on the map from a national team perspective, something we haven't seen, at least in my lifetime, right? So I think that's something that I'm really looking forward to this tournament.
Yeah, we'll get to our predictions very quickly when it comes to the winner, the MVP, the top scorer, but the group stage kicks off tomorrow. So let's look at the group stage. And I just want to get your expertise, Justin, or lack of, just to see who's going to come out on top within each group stage. So Group A, who do you think is going to make it out amongst Italy, the Philippines, Dominican Republic? Yeah.
I'm going to go Italy, and I'm going to go Dominican Republic because they got Carl Anthony Towns.
See, I understand where you're going with that because I think Italy is coming out on top for sure, but don't knock out the Philippines. I think the home crowd is going to be loud and proud and make sure that their presence is heard, and through that presence, that team could feel very good about themselves. It's not like the host country. We've seen that in the past too. They really come out on top.
They got Cat, right? So.
Okay, yeah, they got one guy. Philippines got the whole crowd. I'm actually gonna go with Italy and Philippines here.
Okay.
Group B, Justin. Who you got?
Sudan, Serbia, China, and Puerto Rico. I'm gonna go Serbia and Puerto Rico.
Okay, we are two minds into one here. I know even though there's no Jokic there, I just think Serbia has understood their assignment. They've got the experience and they can come out on top no problem. The same thing with Puerto Rico. And then Group C,
no, come on, it's the United States and Greece. That's easy. That's easy.
Even with no Giannis. Giannis just announced about 10 days ago. He said that he's going to be prioritizing his rehab.
United States and Greece. That's easy.
Okay, I'm just explaining why
I know
Greece is not going to have their main guy, but still Greece might come on top.
They have Thanasis.
Oh yes, the cheerleader. That's gonna be great for this team.
Don't disrespect Thanasis.
Group
like that.
D. Who you got coming out, Justin?
Can I see Group D again? Egypt, Mexico,
Lithuania, and Montenegro.
I'm gonna go Lithuania, and I'm gonna go. Let's go Egypt.
Okay. I was thinking, I'm going to go Lithuania as well, but I was thinking Mexico, but there's no Toscano Anderson or Jack Jr. So I think I'm actually going to go with Montenegro here, who is, we're going to have Vucevic playing for them.
Yes, they are.
So I like the odds there. However, it looks like a fun group. Let's move on to Group E. You got Germany, Finland, Australia, and Japan. Justin, who's coming out on top?
Australia is the class of that group. They're the best squad in that group by far.
Don't sleep on Germany.
I guess Germany, Australia and Germany, but Australia is better. I think Josh Giddey's gonna have a really good tournament.
Yeah, I think I like his odds on being the top assist maker
triple
in
double machine
tournament.
in the NBA. So
yeah,
won't
absolutely.
surprise me.
It's gonna be good, reps for him when the NBA season comes around too. So I like this. But okay, let's move on to Group F. You've got Slovenia, Venezuela.
Go Slovenia. I'm gonna go Georgia.
You're going Georgia?
Yeah.
I'm going Slovenia and Venezuela. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Luka Doncic is going to come out on top in this group. So Luka Doncic, we're watching you. But let's move on to Group G.
Iran, Spain, Cote d'Ivoire, and Brazil. I'm going to go Spain for sure. And I'm going to go Cote d'Ivoire.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Brazil?
No.
I'm going to go with Spain and Brazil. I think they're going to be the powerhouses here. So I would like to see them come out.
This isn't soccer,
Spain
right?
Spain, I understand that, but Spain also are like the defending champions. They've won it before.
That's why I'm taking Spain, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I like that team. Okay, and the last one, Group H, Team Canada's group. Justin, tell me who you're
France is going to win the group.
No, they're not.
I think so. I think France is going to win the group. I just think the French national team, they've played together. They have continuity. These guys that play in the NBA still buy into that system. They've been through this system for years and decades. They know how to play with one another. I have questions if Canada is still going to, in the beginning of the tournament, they're going to have, a little bit of chemistry issues, I think. So, look, France will finish first. Canada will finish second in the group. But Canada will be all right.
I will say, I think Dylan Brooks, even Dwight Powell, like they can make life hell for the other team, especially defensively. My only concern there would be Rudy Gobert. Like, how are you? What bodies will you put on him to stop him? But
Dwight
at the same
Powell,
time,
Kelly
that's what I said.
Olynyk,
Dwight Powell, I think we'll see him there. At the same time, we'll probably see Melvin Najim take a couple shots at him. Zach Edey take a couple shots at him. But I think for the most part, Jody Fernandez will put Dwight Powell and give him the Rudy Gobert assignment, and we'll see what happens. But honestly, for me, it's more so just being able to replicate your offense, and we have the powerhouses and the stars to be able to do that with Shea, with RJ Barrett, with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, with I would say even Lou Dort. Like, and if you know Kelly Olynyk. Do not count out Kelly Olynyk.
I'm not. Look,
Kelly Olynyk can go off if he wants to, and we've seen him do that in the playoffs before.
So where do you have Canada finishing this tournament?
I think Canada comes out on top, #1. And
they win the tournament?
No, in this group stage, Justin. This group stage. But speaking of, let's talk about our futures. So, MVP. Who will you give the MVP to?
I got the U.S. winning, so I'm going to have Anthony Edwards winning MVP. It's basic, it's bland, it's boring, but Anthony Edwards is winning MVP. That is
very basic, very bland, very boring. I'm going to go with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
So Canada's going to win.
Canada. I think Team Canada takes this one. I understand, guys. I understand that this is an inexperienced team. This is their first run together at this, and they're going to have a couple moments to gel together and figure out each other's spots, chemistry, everything. But I really believe that once they click, this team is better than I think it's out there.
I think it's going to be USA-Spain final. USA wins. Canada will win the bronze medal, though, and they will qualify.
Do you ever have any sort of love for where
you
live,
look, I'm
or
being
do you
real.
Always have to be the
If
other
Canada
side?
wins the bronze medal, that's a massive thing in the FIBA World Cup.
Okay, whatever you say. Well,
They've never done that before.
Well, Canada has won against Spain already in OT. They've given Germany their number, but they've taken it back from them afterwards too, and then they blew out New Zealand. I like their odds, so I'm going to go with Team Canada taking this and Shea being the MVP. But that brings me to top scorer. So you're going to go with Shea top scorer.
I see. I read your mind right there.
Okay. Well,
Shea's top scorer.
See, I agree with that, but I also think Luka Doncic could really. But it depends how far they go. Exactly. But I think that even within that time frame, he could do a lot of damage because he will be the team. He's going to be the guy, right? So
he is.
I'm actually going to go with Luka Doncic.
And Luka looks leaned out. He looks thin. He looks ready for the NBA season.
He might actually care more about Slovenia.
Hey, a lot of these guys do.
But that's why I think I'm going to go with Luka Doncic. But we talked about our winners. I'm going to go with Team Canada. You've got Team USA. Yes. But Team Canada faces France tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Justin, Pooni, and I will be here to break down what we just saw and then also look at their game ahead on Sunday. Get ready, guys. Set your alarms. It's time for the FIBA World Cup, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.